media questions recent tourism statistics. Top Tobago diver says Tobago is in a better position on day 10 of the oil spill cleanup. Secondary school students stabbed during altercation at school. And in sports, Scarborough Secondary defeated in Secondary Schools Cricket League. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, February 16th, 2024. To our top story this evening, this week, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation informed the island that there were 27,899 visitors in total for January. The Minority Council hosted a press conference today where Minority Leader Kelvin Morris questioned the number of tourists that visited the island. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Leader Kelvin Morris expressed skepticism at the number of visitors to the island in January. He wants to know where in Tobago they stayed.
And if they stayed somewhere, then you would have occupancy, record-breaking occupancy at hotels, guest houses, villas, and the likes.
Morris said that he inquired to one of the leading hotels on the island about their occupancy rate. He shared details about his findings.
And Tobagonians, do you know what was the occupancy rate for that leading hotel in Tobago? 35%. Think about 35% of a 200-bed hotel. That is less than 100 rooms.
The minority leader then defined what a visitor is, emphasizing that they must at least spend one night in the country they are visiting, whether it's for business or for leisure.
So you had remember we have this big magical figure of 27,899. And to hide their incompetence, their lack of performance, their lack of ability to get tourism figures back to 2017 and 2014 and 2019 and 2020.
Morris said that this is the lowest number of international arrivals the island has had in the last decade. He claimed that the Division of Tourism lumped the number of cruise passengers with the other visitors of the island, which he said is deceptive and untrustworthy. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, on Wednesday, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation reported a 27.9% increase in international visitors to the island in January 2024 when compared to the same period last year. The release noted that approximately 27,899 people visited the island. Today, a video circulated via social media depicted students from the Signal Hill Secondary School in a physical altercation which resulted in one of the students being stabbed. Secretary for the Division of Education, Research and Technology, Zorisha Hackett, has since expressed grave disappointment at what has transpired at the school. Here's more.
Secretary Zorisha Hackett said she was appalled and deeply grieved about the incident.
This act of violence is an outright assault on the very sanctity of our educational institutions and the safety of our staff and students.
Hackett noted that school violence in any form is unacceptable. She stated that it not only shatters lives but diminishes the principles of education.
Turtec stands in solidarity with the victim, his family, and the entire Signal Hill Secondary School community during this harrowing time. As secretary, my heart aches and my resolve strengthens to root out such despicable acts from our schools here in Tobago.
She said the division would spare no effort in collaborating with law enforcement to ensure that justice is served and comprehensive measures are put in place to prevent incidents like this from reoccurring.
Our commitment to fostering a culture of safety, respect, and inclusivity within our schools has never been more resolute.
The matter is in the hands of the police at this time. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, police are investigating Tobago's fourth murder for 2024. Just after 9 p.m. on Thursday, a man was gunned down at Dodgeford, Scarborough, Tobago. He has since been identified as Vernon Thomas, also known as Tucker of Mount Grace. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
According to TTPS Senior Superintendent Rudel Kirk, a man was shot and killed in Dutch Fort, Scarborough last night, bringing Tobago's murder toll for the year 2024 to 4.
It's around 9 p.m. Persons were gathered in the vicinity of Dutch Fort, Scarborough, when loud explosions were heard. Upon investigating, they discovered the body of an adult male lying in the middle of the Dutch Fort Road, closer to the Milford Road.
Kirk reported that the emergency services and law enforcement were sent to the location right away.
Upon checking, they recognized that the person was motionless and appeared to be dead. That body was later identified to be that of Vernon Thomas, a 66-year-old retiree of Mount Greece. The police hasn't established any motive as yet, but what I can tell you is that we are relentlessly investigating this matter.
The TTPS superintendent assures the public that the matters would be dealt with, as he knows many people are concerned.
But at the same time, most of our resources will be directed to this investigation, and it is ongoing as we speak.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
We have more news coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, honey.
Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Girl, you look normal. Oh, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Girl, you know what you're doing. You use the eye contact. Girl, look back. 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 Look back how it parts. Look back. Look back how it stays. Look back. Look back to the stars. Look back. Look back.
How it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna. Look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Stobie Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Welcome back. It could have been worse, with the words coming from the director of the Tobago Marine Safety and Security Services, Alvin Douglas. This as Tobago faces day 10 of treating with a Gulf Stream vessel which drifted into the waters outside of Cove, leaking an oil-like substance into the sea. It has affected a 15-kilometer stretch of coastline between Scarborough and Cano Bay. After a logistical nightmare in organizing the response efforts, the situation is now under control, and Douglas said Tobagonians should be counting their blessings. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Director of the Tobago Marine Safety and Security Services, Alvin Douglas, was the first diver to inspect the vessel, which mysteriously appeared upside down in the waters outside of Cove on Wednesday, February 7th. He was able to identify its name, Gulfstream, and has continued diving almost every day since. Douglas is also part of the response team deploying oil booms daily to prevent more of the toxic substance from reaching the shorelines. In the early days of the crisis, it was challenging to get the situation under control, but Douglas now admits Tobago is in a better place.
The government, the central government, setting up their team of experts to assist us also. I mean, we have people, I've never even heard the names. The people like Oil Mop Pan and 3 other boom experts and cleaning experts. They've all collaborated their effort to deal with this.
The deployment of oil booms around the wreck, which continues to leak oil, was hindered by numerous natural challenges.
Because the ship is in the surf, even if you lay the boom, because of the extreme drift and the wind and the surf, it pushes the oil, even if you contain it, it pushes the oil over it, so there's spillage. But we finally made progress on that.
Daily, alongside experts, they reassessed the situation and implemented various strategies. With the arrival of more equipment, especially larger ocean oil booms, effective solutions were found.
What we're planning to do is to divert that flow towards shore and have them vacuum. And then what we're going to do today, when I'm done here, we're going to lay booms further west, so in case of any spillage, we can catch it.
Douglas feels more optimistic about the situation. Reflecting on the progress made over the last 10 days, he is confident that Tobago has avoided the worst.
If that ship had landed anywhere east, it would have been a disaster. If it had landed any further west, it would have been an epic disaster. But where it landed, it is in a place where we can treat with it. We can deal with it. It's difficult. I must say it's difficult, and we are getting the help that we need.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris praised the efforts of the oil spill cleanup. Morris said this is the first time Tobago has had to deal with an issue like this, and though there is always room for improvement, the commitment and dedication shown by Tima should not go unnoticed.
And you know what I was most impressed about is seeing the young people at Tima really take up the responsibility in, coordinating this. And it tells us as Tobagonians that we do have capacity.
Morris noted that in the midst of it all, when everyone works together, challenges can be overcome. He expressed concern for the fishermen affected by the spill and hoped they would be compensated. Furthermore, Morris commended the efforts being made by TEMA, the THA and the central government to resolve the issue. Well, this morning, the Blackrock Government Primary School hosted its 10th annual walkathon, spreading the message of having respect throughout the community. Ariana Scipio has the story.
Blackrock Government Primary School held its annual walkathon under the theme, Respect, Don't Be a Bully, Be a Buddy. Children and parents dressed in the school's house colors of red, blue, yellow and orange walked through the streets of Blackrock, making their message clear. Principal of the Blackrock Government Primary School, Keisha Calendar, shared more on this year's theme.
So to my Blackrock family, to my Tobago family, we just want to encourage respect. Respect one another, respect yourself, and that's a theme for this year, 2024 Walkathon, Respect.
The children held signs spreading the message of respect while walking along to soca music to keep the momentum going. walkathon began at the Blackrock Government Primary School, continued through the community, and ended at the Cats and Jammers Pantent. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Our sport report is next. Stay close.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Carnival is here. But before you hit the streets, make your home the ultimate party zone. Standard says, make it stage ready, now for now. Get dazzling deals on TVs, furniture, appliances, everything to impress your guest. 10% cash back, easy financing, plus no down payment. Now's the time to shine. Visit Standards today. Let them make your home the star of Carnival.
JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
It's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Tobago Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Welcome to a sport report. So despite their valiant efforts, Scarborough Secondary School was unsuccessful in their match against Queen's Royal College in the Championship Division of the PowerGen Secondary Schools Cricket League. QRC batted first and set the target at 189 runs after 50 overs, but Scarborough Secondary fell 6 runs short. Sports reporter Marcus Daniel has the highlights.
Scarborough Secondary School fell agonizingly short of victory in the Championship Division of the PowerGen Secondary Schools Cricket League on Thursday. Hosting Queen's Royal College at the Shaw Park Recreational Ground, the Blue Marlins were bowled out for 182 while chasing 189 for victory in the 50-over affair. The visitors posted 188 for 9 after Captain Keel Ross won the toss and invited them to bat first in sunny conditions at Shaw Park. The opening pair of Ethan John and Darian Bridgelal put on 29 runs before John was dismissed for 16 runs by Ross bowling. Joshua Cummings joined Bridgelal for a 61-run partnership. Seymour Daviel Thomas broke the partnership by breaching Bridgelal's defense, dismissing him for 35, leaving the score at 90 for 2. Penetrative bowling by Marlins reduced QRC to 116 for 5 in the 26th over. Samuel James found himself on a hat-trick with a double wicket strike in the 25th over. Despite the regular fall of wickets, QRC survived the 50 overs without being bowled out. Russ James and Acadian Arnold ended with 2 wickets apiece. In reply, Scarborough Secondary got off to a similar start with openers Daviel Thomas and Kimhill Lynch taking the score to 26 before Lynch was caught behind for 7. Wickets at regular intervals stymied Marlins' chase. It took a quick-fired 43 of 27 balls from Michael Ramdas, batting at 7 to keep victory alive for the hosts. The all-rounder spanked 7 fours and 1 6 during his stay at the crease. However, with his dismissal 20 runs short of victory, the visitors grabbed the remaining 3 wickets in quick succession to win by 6 runs. Saeed Mohammed was the pick of the bowlers with 3 wickets for 24 runs. Scarborough Secondary remains at the bottom of the 16 North Championship table following previous defeats to Trinity College East and Manzanilla Secondary. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Staying with news of cricket, the Tobago Cricket Association domestic season 2024 is set to bowl off this weekend, and Marcus Daniel tells us what we can expect in this report.
The 2024 Tobago Cricket Association domestic season bowls off over the weekend with 6 matches on the schedule. Tandeka Moses, General Secretary of the TCA, appearing on the Tobago Update Sports Show, stated that all systems are in place for the opening round of matches.
They're supposed to start off tomorrow. Carded for this season, we're starting off with the 40 overs, right? Yeah. The grounds that we'd be utilizing, the countryside, we'd have the Roxborough, we're utilizing the Louis Dorr facility, also Moriah and Shaw Park.
7 teams are set to compete in a round-robin format with matches to be played on weekends only, beginning at 11 a.m. The top 4 teams will then contest the Big 4 semi-finals. The registered teams include Canaan Bonaccord Sports Club, Roxborough Strikers, Monks St. George PYC, Scarborough Mason Hall, Bago Gladiators, Police and Airports Authority. Last season, newcomers Bago Gladiators and Canaan Bonaccord Sports Club shared the trophy after the championship match was rained out. The Sidgway Sporting Complex, Moriah Recreation Ground, Shaw Park and Louis Dorr are the venues earmarked for the matches. Moses provided a breakdown of the fixtures for tomorrow.
The games would start at 11, right? And we have Scarborough Mason Hall taking on Airport Authority. That game would be at the Shaw Park Recreational Grounds. We have Mount St. George Police Club taking on the Bago team, Bago Gladiators. That game would be at Roxborough. And we have Georgia Police Club. Yeah, Roxborough. Police would be playing CNB. I know you're not a retiree, so I'm hoping to see you out there.
Additionally, Moses indicated that there will be a T20 tournament on the lights. The Chief Secretary's Bago T10 Blast and the Dream 11 Bago T10. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
That's it for sport. We have more news coming up right after this.
Hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Welcome back. So the National Carnival season has ended and the minority has expressed dissatisfaction with the event in Tobago, calling it the worst carnival ever because of the uncertainty it caused and the removal of historical activities. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
According to P&M Councillor Petal Daniel Benoit, the National Carnival 2024 Tobago leg was a letdown. She claimed when the festivities ended on Tuesday, the voices of the people became clear.
There are also conversations in Tobago about there seems to be a deliberate attempt to kill the National Carnival in February to support the October Tobago Carnival.
The P&M councillor said the event was not well planned.
There seemed to be inadequate marketing as in respect to the recently concluded carnival, and there was also a great level of uncertainty surrounding this carnival in February.
She said that there was a poor turnout for the carnival since it was unclear whether there would be competitions for juniors or seniors.
The participation would have been significantly lower when compared to previous national carnivals. On Carnival Sunday in particular, you were hearing persons ask
Well, discussions are continuing about establishing an intra-regional ferry service in the Caribbean. According to an update from the Ministry of Works and Transport, officials from various Caribbean nations convened at the ministry's head office for talks on implementing an intra-regional ferry service led by Minister of Works and Transport Rohan Sinanan. The meeting included regional ministers such as the Honorable GP Ian Gooding Edhill, Minister of Tourism and International Transport of Barbados, and the Honorable Deodat Indar, Minister within the Ministry of Public Works of Guyana. Also in attendance were Dr. Pauline Yearwood, Deputy Program Manager, Directorate of Trade and Economic Integration at the Caribbean Community Secretariat, along with other regional officials specializing in immigration, customs, and planet quarantine. As part of their itinerary in Trinidad and Tobago, the delegation toured the Galleon's Passage vessel at the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, gaining insights into maritime operations. The discussions mark a significant step towards enhancing regional connectivity and facilitating smoother transportation across Caribbean territories. This venture is not to be confused with a private sector-led initiative called Connect Caribbean, which is also working towards establishing an intra-regional ferry service by the end of 2024. Well, the Prime Minister's denial that the ownership of the shipwrecked Gulfstream vessel is somehow connected to a company attempting to purchase a refinery at Point Fortin still leaves a lot of unanswered questions, according to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine. He was speaking at a press conference today where he provided an update on the cleanup efforts for a fuel-like substance which continues to leak from the vessel. Here's more.
After questioning whether the ownership of the vessel is somehow connected with a company attempting to purchase the Point Fortin refinery, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley unequivocally denied any such allegations. However, for Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, the denial does not address the other questions, leaving Tobago to mop up the fuel-like substances from 15 kilometers off its shoreline.
So we accept that answer, Mr. Prime Minister. We have other questions that we have asked. The question of who is the owner of this vessel, or owners, that's still on the table. And we should know, if we are identifying it as the same vessel that went lost, somebody had to have called that in with Coast Guard. So why we can't say who owns the vessel?
These answers are crucial for Tobago's response efforts.
If we know who the owners are, then they can just come clean with us. They could just tell us, look, we had X amount of this fuel there. It was this type of fuel that we were carrying. We were heading in this direction. Right now, we're still guessing those things.
The Ministry of National Security identified that the vessel carrying crude oil was being towed by a tugboat named Solo Creed from Panama en route to Guyana. However, it fell off the radar 12 days ago with its crew unaccounted for, and the Gulfstream vessel washed up in Tobago on February 7th, leaking fuel-like substance into the water. The owner was not revealed. The Prime Minister stated in Parliament that the search continues with the assistance of authorities in Aruba and Panama.
Venezuela is saying the vessel had nothing to do with them. I believe Jack Dio made a statement saying the vessel had nothing to do with them. And all that we get is this vessel went off radar. It got into trouble sometime around the 4th of February. And somehow it showed up on our shores, and that's all we know.
The situation has escalated to a partial Tier 3 disaster as some of the fuel-like substance has entered Grenada's waters, prompting the involvement of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, and the government of Grenada to remain on alert. Meanwhile, the testing is ongoing to determine the type of fuel leaking from the vessel, while containment efforts are focused on the area around Cove after marine divers were unable to stop it.
And their report is that it is too dangerous and it's not feasible to plug the leak. So what we have done is containment by way of primary and secondary booms around the wreckage site, trapping all of the fuel-like substance in one place, putting the skimmers in the water and extracting it there.
Daily costs of the cleanup continue to rise into the millions. The Chief Secretary stated that he is only asking the necessary questions in the best interest of Tobagonians.
I didn't point fingers at anybody specifically, but if you feel guilty, squeal if you can, that's up to you.
Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
In light of Tobago's latest murder, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine revealed that he was in Scarborough when the murder occurred at Dodge Fort. This is the island's 4th murder for the year.
With regards to the matter of gun-related violence on the island, it is a matter I plan to address in the House next week, Thursday, and it should come up as a substantive element for debate in the House.
The Chief Secretary said that at that juncture he would share what they are doing, what they plan to do, and what they hope the national security apparatus will do. He disclosed that he sent a letter to the Prime Minister, who is also the chairman of the National Security Council, on the 12th of January 2024, requesting a meeting to discuss the crime situation on the island. He received a response today.
In his response, he said further, and I quote, "Further, I wish to assure you that as Prime Minister and in my capacity as chairman of the National Security Council, I continue to be apprised of all matters concerning crime in Trinidad and Tobago."
He said that he did not get an answer about having a meeting. However, he said more information would be provided when the House is in session next week, Thursday. Now let's see what's in store for the weekend weather-wise from the T&T Met Office. Tonight, the weather will be generally clear and hazy with a light breeze, with temperatures falling to 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, anticipate sunny conditions with slight haziness and breezy winds, although there's a low chance of 1 or 2 brisk isolated showers. The night will be mostly fair and hazy. Temperatures will range from highs of 32 degrees Celsius during the day to lows of 25 degrees Celsius at night. On Sunday, expect mostly sunny and breezy weather with mild haze aside from the occasional isolated shower. The night will be fair despite the possibility of an odd shower. Once again, temperatures will range between the highs of 32 degrees Celsius and lows of 25 degrees Celsius. A mild to moderate level of Saharan dust lingers in the atmosphere. Additionally, a yellow level hazardous sea alert remains in effect throughout the weekend, with seas becoming agitated due to the northerly long period swells. Waves will measure up to 2 meters in open waters and below 1.3 meters in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Minority leader questions recent tourism statistics. Top Tobago diver says Tobago is in a better position on day 10 of the oil spill cleanup. Secondary school students stabbed during altercation at school. And in sport, Scarborough Secondary defeated in Secondary Schools Cricket League. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night and a great weekend.